Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday night, and we are ready to share for those that went to Celeste's event in McKinney this weekend. Um, my name is Irene Goland. I'm a senior gold ambassador with Plexus, and this is our Diamond Dream. What's our team name?
Diamond Dream Builders, right?
Diamond Dream Builders group call.
Yeah.
So we are going to start with Aurora. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go ahead then.
Okay. Hi, everybody. What I got from that Saturday, I wrote a few pages down because there's so many things that really got to me. And I'm just going to read off what I have on my list because I've got a lot of notes, and they're probably going to be, doubled up by you guys, the other girls that went. I can only be responsible for those who show up.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a team member, one, and she's not showing up. So I can't be responsible for that. She has to make her own choices. As team members, we have to be there and be responsible for ourselves. And but the things that I loved hearing was permissions. The permissions she gave us, which was to provide value, to profit financially, to pursue wealth. And one of the things that she said, stop being selfish and share Plexus with everybody. And another one that I took away is impress upon them, even if you are not or have anything to be impressive about. And that one really spoke to me because sometimes I feel like, well, I don't have any team members. I'm not recruiting anybody. I'm not losing as much weight as everybody else. But you need to impress upon them that it does work. Even if it's not doing what they think that I should be doing, that it does work. And stop recruiting a shop force and start recruiting a workforce, which is one of the things that I think I am, focusing on more. I want them, to purchase instead of finding people that want to do the business. And that's where that residual income starts coming in. Choose to stay in motion, even through emotions, even when I feel, maybe I'm not too good with Plexus. Maybe I should stop doing this. Maybe, what are people thinking about me? All those emotions that, people get. I'm not good enough, or things are just too hectic, stuff like that. And choose to stay in motion and just keep going and just keep doing it. And the other points, and I'm just going to stop after this one, but my money matters. That's one of the points that really got to me, where she says, you can't give to the poor if you're poor. So help yourself make some money so you can give money. And with me, because I'm a lot of yellow and green personality, I want to help a lot of people, but I can't do it if I'm not making any money. So that's one of the things that I think hit me the most.
Can you repeat that one, Aurora? I didn't catch. I need to write it down.
Yes, it says, well, it was just my money matters. And she said that you can't help poor people if you are poor. And that's one of the things that I don't give myself permission, I guess. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just going to interrupt and say that I have all of this typed up, and I was going to post it in our group when we get done. So if you don't want to take notes, I have them all.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's one of the things that I think I struggle with is the thought of making money really scares me, because I feel like, I don't need money, A lot of people say it's the root of all evil, and it's not if you're doing good with it. So it's a mindset with me to really get over that and say, you know what, I need to make this money. I need to have money so I can help others. And that's one of the things that it just really got to me.
That's good. That's
That's
good.
awesome.
Thank you, Aurora. That's all very good. Awesome stuff. Lacey,
Lacey, you want to go next, Lacey?
Sure. What does it matter? What do y'all want me to talk about?
Just your main takeaways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of go back over a couple of things that Aurora said, just because they really stood out to me and like what's going on with my team. But she was saying to stop being selfish and share because it's your responsibility. Stop thinking about you and how people think about you, unless they're paving the way for your future. Who cares what they think? So I know a lot of people have issues with talking to people because they're afraid of what people are going to think about them. And she says for the majority of the United States, $500 a month can change people's lives. So we just have to realize that what we have is something amazing and quit worrying about what other people think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like Aurora said, she said that you can only support other small businesses by your own dollar, but to not dilute your own Facebook. So I'm even guilty of this, of, trying to promote other people's stuff too. But she says that wallet share is a real thing. And so we're competing for that extra spending money in everyone's budget. So not to dilute your own Facebook, but to promote your own business, not everybody else's. You can't help the poor if we are poor, so make your money matter. Pursuing and pitching are not the same thing. Like, don't get on there and say, she was given an example saying that she had a friend that has MS, and all these people that she hasn't talked to in years are inboxing her, trying to get her to buy these products. And all it does is give our company a bad rep. So they're not genuinely concerned about her. They're just trying to make a buck off of her. So she says, don't shame, but encourage, and make sure that you're pursuing relationships and people and not just pitching products. Another big thing that stood out to me, there was a senior, I think she was was it Senior Ruby that talked to us? I think, okay. Her name was Kayla Scanlon, and she talked really big about branding yourself, like on Facebook. So she was saying that you should go into groups and as well as your other friends and find friends to add. She does 20 a night, and then she also goes into groups and posts a little something about herself, introducing herself, doesn't say anything about Plexus, and ask people to add her, friend request her, so they have to do the work. And so what she does is when those friend requests are being accepted and start coming in, what she does then, she immediately goes to their Facebook and posts so that her stuff starts showing up in their news feed. So she says, you don't want to post drama. You don't want to post, things that people don't want to see because you're branding yourself. So if it's your family, if it's your religion, if it's whatever it is, people are going to see those things. So to brand yourself carefully.
I have a question, Lacey. So if she goes to their page and posts, what does she post on their page?
She just goes through, like, whenever they accept her friend request, she goes through their Facebook page and, like, say they took a family vacation or there's pictures of their kids or whatever, just commenting on them.
Oh, commenting. Okay, I got it.
So
okay.
her stuff starts showing up on
I thought she was personally putting something on their page.
No, sorry.
Commenting. Okay, got it.
And she says, guide the conversation when you talk to potentials. Find out about them and their health, and keep asking questions because people love to talk about themselves. don't immediately jump to what products they need. Sympathize with them, continue talking about what they need, what's going on in their life. I guess that's really all I have. Cecily?
That's good. This training was, I told Irene about this and my hubby Pooh about this. This training was kind of a harder training for me. Lacey, I know y'all didn't know what was going on with me because I was on the end. I was sitting next to Lynette. And in the beginning, a lot of y'all don't know this, but we tried to adopt a couple of kids from Africa about, I think it was about 5 years ago. So when they were talking about all that adoption stuff, it was just, really just hitting hard here because, I'm getting to the age where I'm not going to be able to adopt anymore, because they do have a cutoff point. And so, just letting go of that dream, I was just kind of bawling when they were talking all about the adoption stuff. But, I love adoption. I'm so thankful that so many people can adopt kids that really need good homes and everything. But that part was hard. And then I always love what Celeste says. I'm going to look at my notes real quick because you aren't going to be able to see me. Hold on. I don't remember if this is exactly what Celeste said, but no, this is what the Barefoot executive said. She said, add value to others. Thank you. My husband's handing me glasses because I can't see this. Give permission to add value to others. Permission to make money. Permission to pursue. Responsibility to prove that your products can change lives and share it. Stop being selfish. Recruit a workforce. You already said that, so I'm not going to repeat that one. Your business should be flexible, but not optional. The more you grow, the more your friends will become uncomfortable. That means like the more you do self-growth and everything, you may lose some friends because your friends are not going to understand who you are anymore. They're not going to be on the same level as you are. You know what I mean? And people always is changing. It says rock your business no matter what people think of you. And there's nothing that will motivate you more than action. And afterwards, so in the middle, I was freezing. So I left. I went outside to warm up because it was just, I was so cold. And I just kind of had a God moment, and I just sat there and I prayed, and I was just like, God, you brought this business to me. My business has been pretty sluggish. What do you want to do with this? So then I go back in, and I didn't go back into the actual auditorium because I was afraid it was going to still be freezing out there. So Lynette and I were out in the hall, and Lynette lost her mom in November, and I lost my dad in January. and I lost my dad, not that that's funny, but I lost my dad the day after Allie died, the girl that was killed in the ATV accident. And so they talked about Allie the whole time. And so I'm just bawling, out in the hall, about that. So the whole training was really an emotional training for me. I came away just like going, okay, I did not go to that to cry. And I was pretty exhausted and very sore by the time I came home. but it kind of made me think, Plexus really has done a lot for my life. I mean, in many, many ways, like financially. If y'all looked at my latest before and after, I mean, I was so unhealthy a year before I started my Plexus journey. And now, I've just come leaps and bounds. So I come home and my son has one of his friends come over, and his parents have never been over to our house, so of course they want to check us out and make sure we're okay for their son to stay and play with for a little bit. And we're out there grilling hamburgers for us, and all of a sudden it just kind of turned into a party. and all I did was she was talking about, she kept on talking about her team, and I go, what are you talking about teams? And she goes, well, I work for a Baylor, and we have a team. And I said, oh, well, I do Plexus, so I thought you were talking like a network marketing business. And she said, what's Plexus? And so all I had to basically say was, it's about gut health. It's about getting your body in line. And I said, I've lost 20 pounds. It's changed my life in so many ways. And all of a sudden she's on her phone signing up. So, I just decided to share just a little bit, and she just, got all in. And then I had another chance yesterday. I was at a meeting, and same kind of deal. This lady was talking about how she's a crossing guard, and I said, well, is that a pay gig, or is that a volunteer position? She said, oh no, I get paid for it. And she said, I work part-time in the office. She said, I'm just trying to be flexible for my kids. And I said, yeah, I know. That's why I work from home. And she said, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I raise champions and I also do Plexus. And she's like, what's Plexus? So that's 2 times this week that I have been able to share Plexus. And that's one of my worst things, is I hide behind Facebook way, way, way too much, because a ton of my friends don't know who I am on Facebook. So I just try to build my brand and let them get to know me that way. But so I told Lacey and Jana on the way home that I was going to stop doing that, and that I was going to get out there more. And there's just one other thing I was going to share with you guys. Messaging people is tough, and I always get my feelings so hurt when people just don't say anything, or just tell me I'm not ready or whatever. And so I always wish people happy birthday, and so I've been doing something new. Every day I wish people happy birthday, and I've been looking at the people lately, and if they look like they would be good at this, I say to them, hey, are you one of my Plexus friends? Because a lot of times the people that are my friends are Plexus people, but they don't put anything Plexus on their pages, And so a couple of people have already responded and said, no, I think I know you through blah, blah, blah. And so I was able to go, oh, well, have you ever heard of Plexus? And so far I've gotten 2 responses where they're like, no, I haven't heard of Plexus. So I'm working it. I'm doing it.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I've got, you guys.
Awesome. Well, that is very cool. I think that was a lot of really good tips, really good information, really about getting out of ourselves and not being afraid, and keeping going with the doubts is what I heard from Aurora, and that's what I need to do. So I've had a whole lot going on in my life, and I need to keep pushing. So
it is hard, because our lives are so freaking busy, every single one of our lives. Oh, that was the one thing also, I was just going to add this real quick. They said about self-development, if you can devote just 15 minutes a day to self-development, like our book that we're trying to read, and I think they even said that book again, the one that we're what to say when you talk to yourself, you know.
Yes.
Even mentioned that book, and they said even if you just read it 15 minutes a day, that is fine, you know. So I really think we should, and anybody who wants to do it with us, great. If they don't want to do it with us, that's fine too, you know. But I really do think that we need to start doing 15 minutes of self-development a day.
Yes. And you know what, I think if people don't even read the book and they get on the calls, I think they'll pick up stuff from just what we're sharing about what we got from what we're reading. So we're going to stick with chapters 1 through 3 for next Tuesday. And so we will get on next week and talk about that. And I will be ready for that. So hopefully you guys will all be with us too. It's an awesome book. And if you haven't written out some of your own affirmations or your own self-talk that you need to tell yourself, do that. I should have this. I have this card that I printed, and I will post this. If I can hold it still, I can't do that. I will post this on our Facebook group because I got this from Joel Osteen. And it says, I'm prosperous, I'm successful, I'm victorious, I'm talented, I'm creative, I'm wise, I'm healthy, I am in shape, I'm energetic, I'm happy, I'm positive, I'm passionate, I am strong, I am confident, I am motivated, I am focused, I am disciplined, I am determined, I am patient, and I am kind. And I just love that. And I have several copies of it throughout my house. I have one here at my desk, and one in my bathroom, one on my nightstand, you know, and just to say just those positive things to yourself rather than all the negative things that we normally say to ourselves, like, well, wow, that was stupid, why did I say that, or I am so dumb, or, you know, I wish I looked better, or whatever the stupid things we say to ourselves. If we could just keep those things, change our programming in our heads, that would make such a huge difference. So anyway, it is just about 9. I think we did a good time on that, kind of keeping it short.
That's
So I'm gonna go ahead and